Should the minimum voting age be lowered? (2020) Democrat wants to force taxpayers to fund gender reassignment surgery. Democratic presidential candidates are fighting with all their political might to out-liberal and outspend each other when it comes to extreme policy proposals. And New York Mayor Bill de Blasio may have taken the cake, at least for the time being. On Sunday, the low-polling de Blasio 0.5% on Monday, according to Real Clear Politics, attempted to pander to the transgender community by suggesting that their medical needs, which he'll spare you by not going into detail, is something that would be covered under his proposed Medicare for All plan. Absolutely. We have to respect everyone's medical needs, de Blasio said in response to a reporter who at the New York City World Pride March if this elective procedure would be covered, according to National Review. If someone needs a surgery to be full and to live their life fully, the idea is a health care system that actually serves everyone to the fullest, not a health care system that rations and causes people to struggle to get just a little health care, he said. According to National Review, de Blasio is the first Democratic presidential contender to publicly take the position that gender reassignment surgery should be classified as a medical necessity for transgender individuals. It would allow those people to get an operation through a taxpayer-funded program, as opposed to through supplemental plans under private insurance. I don't believe only in reproductive freedom, I believe in reproductive justice. What that means is, just because a woman or, let's also not forget, someone in the trans community, a trans female, is poor does not mean they should not have the ability to exercise that right to choose, said Castro. In Democrats' pursuit to not offend anyone, they are actually offending many. It might work in a small country with an overall healthy population, but it would be an economic disaster for a country as large as the United States. But those who follow liberal candidates love to hear the word free and have absolutely no idea, nor do they care, how such programs would be paid for. I honestly believe that many of them, especially the younger, wannabe socialist crowd, think the US government can print infinite amounts of money at will, with no sense of what it would mean to the economy. Imagine the millions of Americans currently enjoying their private health insurance only to have it ripped away and then forced to use a government-provided solution. My only hope is that the moderate voters see through their attempts to pander to specific communities, as de Blasio is doing with the LGBT crowd. It's lazy, ridiculous, and a clear sign that helps desperate for any bump he can manage to get. Medicare for all, especially a version that forces taxpayers to pay for gender reassignment, should even be an option on the table. The last entity on the planet that I want making decisions about my health care is the US government.